Welcome back to CBS This Morning. I'm Anthony Mason with Gayle King and Tony Dokoupil. Democrats are working to advance gun bills in Congress in an effort to pressure Republicans and the White House in the wake of several deadly mass shootings. It's a personal issue for many people, even those not touched by violence. 42% of Americans say there is a firearm in their home, according to a Pew Research study. The country's largest and best-known gun rights association, the NRA, is losing board members, but another lesser-known gun organization is thriving. Omar Villafranca went to an Atlanta gun range to meet members of the National African-American Gun Association, the largest minority gun group in the country.
Philip Smith remembers the first time he went to a gun range, loaded his 9mm pistol, and pulled the trigger.
I felt free. I had a chance to kind of have some power in my hands.
Smith turned that power into a passion and formed the National African-American Gun Association, or NAGA. The first chapter was in Atlanta.
I didn't think I'd get more than 30 people.
In just 5 years, NAGA has become the largest minority gun club in the country. There are more than 75 chapters with more than 30,000 members, and over 90% of the members are black.
We have folks from every walk of life, black doctors, gay, straight, Republicans, Democrats, you name it, we have it. We're not monolithic in why we're all here. We have different reasons.
Why not join the NRA?
Well, the NRA is good for some people that are having that perspective. Our perspective is for black folks.
Nazita Davis joined NAGA to learn how to protect herself, and she's not alone. More than 60% of NAGA members are black women.
I'm usually looked at it like I'm a Martian. I mean, literally, if I come in and I get ready to go into the gun range, people are looking at me like, why is she here? Black women don't shoot, but we shoot.
After black churchgoers were targeted in Charleston in 2015 and the recent shooting in El Paso targeting Mexicans, members say they're prepared to defend themselves.
Do you feel that in this political climate that white nationalists are emboldened to go after minority groups, and you need this protection?
I do. Like I said, even though I generalize, it's not just crime in our communities, but it's also a white nationalist. I mean, I do believe they're emboldened. And yes, I want to be armed. I'm not going down without a fight. So I look at it that way. And so by being able to protect ourselves, by training properly and getting our practice and learning how to defend ourselves, at least we will be able to fight back if we are attacked from white supremacists or white nationalists.
NAGA promotes the Second Amendment and social justice, but Smith says he's aware of the dangers of being black and legally armed in America. He pointed to the Philando Castile case in Minnesota, where Castile, who was licensed to carry a gun, was shot and killed by a police officer during a 2016 traffic stop. NAGA immediately condemned the shooting, while Smith points out other prominent gun rights groups like the National Rifle Association did not.
Them not speaking up says more to us than anything. Are you in agreement with that? I couldn't be silent. Tears came out of my eyes when I heard this brother got shot. If you're an organization that wants to get black folks to back you up, that's the best way. Speak out when you see injustice. Don't sit there silently like you don't know what's happening, because we're a very intelligent group of folks.
The group is talking about getting political and endorsing candidates, which could make them a political force. But they're not there yet. It's something they'll discuss at their first national conference next year. For CBS This Morning, Omar Villafranca, Atlanta.
That video of the Castile shooting is still very, very painful and difficult to watch. And I thought he raised a really good point. You know, we're speaking out against it. The NRA had nothing to say at the time when that shooting made national news.
30,000 members, they could be a political force.
I think any coverage of gun owners is useful, because so many people who don't own guns, which are the majority of Americans, they're mystified by who these people are. So it's a great window into that life.
To know who they are.